Have you ever wondered if someone secretly admires you from afar? Picture this. Right now, at this very moment, someone might be thinking about you, replaying your conversations in their mind, and keeping their feelings completely hidden. Sounds impossible? The truth is, psychology has revealed that hidden attraction leaves subtle traces all around us, signs most people completely miss. And here's the shocking part. Research suggests that nearly 80% of people who develop deep feelings for someone never actually reveal them. If you've ever wanted to decode these invisible signals, this is the video you've been waiting for. So stay with me until the end, because I'm about to share the most powerful insights about hidden attraction that could completely transform your understanding of the relationships in your life. The human mind is a fascinating landscape of visible thoughts and hidden desires. What we show to the world is often just the surface, while beneath lies a complex network of emotions we might not even recognize in ourselves. This is especially true when it comes to attraction, one of the most powerful yet frequently concealed emotional experiences we encounter. Carl Jung, the renowned Swiss psychiatrist who pioneered analytical psychology, discovered something remarkable about hidden feelings. He found that when we repress strong emotions like attraction or love, they don't simply disappear. Instead, they find alternative pathways of expression, subtle behaviors and unconscious signals that reveal what we're trying so desperately to hide. Think about someone in your life who treats you differently than they treat everyone else. Maybe they become unusually attentive when you speak, or perhaps they seem to remember even the smallest details about you. The book you mentioned months ago, your coffee preference, or that random story about your childhood. Jung would call this psychological projection, when someone unconsciously transfers their inner feelings onto their external behaviors. When attraction remains unspoken, it creates what psychologists call emotional leakage. Those tiny moments when true feelings escape through the cracks in our carefully constructed facades. These leaks can appear in the most unexpected ways. For instance, have you noticed someone who typically maintains comfortable personal space with others, but somehow always ends up standing just a little closer to you? Or someone whose voice takes on a slightly different quality when speaking to you? A bit softer, more engaged, more present? According to research in behavioral psychology, these unconscious adjustments happen because attraction triggers specific neurochemical responses in the brain. These responses alter our behavior in ways we rarely notice ourselves, but that others can potentially detect. It's like our body knows what our mind refuses to acknowledge. What makes this phenomenon even more intriguing is that we've all likely been on both sides of this invisible exchange, feeling those unnamed pulls towards someone, and perhaps being the object of someone else's silent admiration without ever realizing it. The human connection operates on frequencies beyond our conscious awareness. Another fascinating aspect of hidden attraction comes from what Jung termed synchronicity, meaningful coincidences that seem to defy logical explanation. When someone feels drawn to you, they might unconsciously create opportunities to be in your presence. They might adjust their schedule to match yours, frequent places where they know you'll be, or develop sudden interests in topics you're passionate about. Have you ever had someone appear in your life with unexpected frequency? Perhaps bumping into them in unlikely places, or discovering strange connections between your lives. These aren't always mere coincidences. Sometimes they're the universe's way of highlighting an invisible thread connecting two people. One person actively seeking proximity while maintaining the appearance of chance. Sigmund Freud, while having different perspectives from Jung on many topics, also recognized the power of unconscious desires. He introduced the concept of parapraxis, or what we commonly call Freudian slips, those revealing moments when our unconscious mind briefly takes control of our speech. Someone harboring hidden attraction might accidentally use more intimate language with you, mix up words in revealing ways, or unintentionally express deeper feelings than they intended. Picture this scenario. A colleague who's usually articulate suddenly stumbles over their words when talking to you. Or someone who typically maintains emotional distance unexpectedly shares something deeply personal. These moments of vulnerability aren't random. They're windows into what's happening beneath the surface. The body speaks its own truth, often more honestly than our carefully chosen words. According to research in nonverbal communication, up to 93% of emotional meaning is conveyed through tone of voice and body language, rather than the actual words spoken. This creates a fascinating dynamic where someone might say one thing while their body reveals something entirely different. When attraction remains unspoken, the body becomes the primary messenger. Pupils dilate in the presence of someone we're drawn to, a completely involuntary response impossible to fake. Breathing patterns shift. The direction our feet point during conversation unconsciously reveals who we're most interested in within a group. These subtle physical signals form a silent language few people know how to read. Niccolò Machiavelli, though better known for his political philosophy, made insightful observations about human behavior that apply to hidden attraction. He noted that people reveal their true intentions not through what they say, but through patterns of behavior over time. When someone consistently makes themselves available to you, prioritizes your needs, or goes out of their way to be helpful without obvious benefit to themselves, their actions are telling a story their words might not. This creates an interesting paradox. The person experiencing hidden attraction often believes they're concealing their feelings successfully, while simultaneously leaving a trail of behavioral evidence visible to those who know what to look for. The mind believes it's maintaining the secret, while the heart broadcasts it through dozens of tiny signals. What's particularly fascinating is how our mirror neurons respond to people we're attracted to. These specialized brain cells activate when we observe someone else's actions, essentially creating an internal simulation of their experience. When attraction is present, our mirroring intensifies. We unconsciously adopt similar postures, gestures, speaking patterns, and even emotional states as the person we're drawn to. Have you noticed someone who seems to physically align with you during conversation? Perhaps they lean when you lean, cross their arms when you do, or pick up your unique expressions and mannerisms. This mirroring behavior is one of the strongest indicators of unspoken attraction, operating completely below conscious awareness. Psychologist Robert Cialdini identified what he called the principle of liking. We naturally favor people who we believe like us. This creates a curious dynamic where sensing someone's hidden attraction can actually trigger reciprocal feelings, even if we hadn't initially felt them. Our brains register their preferential treatment and unconsciously begin evaluating them as a potential partner through a more favorable lens. This explains why attraction can sometimes seem to appear suddenly, as if materializing from nowhere. It may have been building invisibly through these unconscious exchanges, laying foundations beneath the surface of awareness until something brings it into focus. The fear of rejection plays a powerful role in keeping attraction hidden. Evolutionary psychologists suggest we've developed sophisticated mechanisms to test potential romantic waters without risking outright rejection. These low-risk attraction signals allow people to express interest while maintaining plausible deniability. For example, someone might create hypothetical scenarios. What would you think if someone in our friend group had feelings for you? Or they might gauge your reaction to stories about other romantic situations, watching carefully to see if you reveal your own preferences or boundaries. These are unconscious fishing expeditions, ways of gathering information without exposing vulnerability. Carl Jung observed that the unconscious mind communicates through dreams, And this applies powerfully to hidden attraction. When someone occupies your dream world with unusual frequency, it might indicate that your unconscious mind is processing feelings your waking self hasn't fully acknowledged. Dreams serve as the processing center for emotions we haven't integrated into our conscious understanding. Even more intriguing is the possibility of emotional telepathy, the unconscious transmission of feelings between people. While controversial in mainstream psychology, Jung's concept of the collective unconscious suggests that on some level, we're all connected through shared psychic structures. This might explain those moments when you inexplicably think of someone just before they contact you, or when you sense someone's attention even before looking up to meet their gaze. The psychological concept of emotional contagion, our tendency to unconsciously catch and mirror the emotional states of others, creates fascinating dynamics in hidden attraction. When someone feels drawn to you, their physiological arousal, increased heart rate, hormonal changes, can subtly influence your own emotional state when you're together, creating a sense of heightened awareness or energy that seems to come from nowhere. This explains why you might feel mysteriously energized, uplifted, or emotionally charged in certain people's presence without understanding why. Your body is literally responding to the invisible emotional current they're generating. It's like catching emotional radio waves being broadcast specifically toward you. What's particularly powerful about hidden attraction is that it often reveals a person's authentic self. When we're consciously trying to impress someone, we typically present carefully curated versions of ourselves. But unconscious attraction bypasses these social filters, revealing genuine priorities and values through spontaneous choices and reactions. Notice who remembers the things that matter to you, who creates space for your voice in group settings, who unconsciously positions themselves as your protector or supporter. These behaviors reveal something profound about how they see you in their inner world. Information far more reliable than practiced compliments or deliberate gestures. Psychologist Abraham Maslow observed that attraction often emerges when someone recognizes and affirms parts of ourselves we haven't fully acknowledged. This creates powerful unconscious bonds. We're drawn to people who see potential in us that we may not yet see in ourselves. When someone is secretly attracted to you, they often notice qualities and capabilities in you that others miss, creating a unique form of validation. This explains the strange magnetic pull we sometimes feel toward certain people who seem to get us on a level others don't. They're not just seeing the surface, they're connecting with deeper aspects of who we are and who we might become. The most powerful indicator of hidden attraction isn't any external sign, but your own intuition. That knowing, without knowing how you know. Intuition isn't mystical. It's your unconscious mind processing thousands of subtle signals too complex for your conscious mind to track. That feeling you get about someone's true feelings toward you is often your brain's sophisticated pattern recognition system at work. Research in neuroscience confirms that our bodies often register emotional information before our conscious minds can process it. Your nervous system might detect someone's attraction through subtle changes in their pupil dilation, voice pitch, or even their scent. Yes, humans release pheromones that signal attraction states, though we process this information unconsciously rather than as deliberate awareness. If you've experienced that inexplicable certainty about someone's feelings, despite their attempt to hide them, you're likely sensing real information your conscious mind can't quite articulate. Trust this knowing. Your unconscious is designed to track exactly these kinds of subtle social signals. So what does all this mean for your relationships? Understanding the psychology of hidden attraction gives you a profound advantage, the ability to see beneath the surface of human interaction and recognize the invisible currents flowing all around you. People who master this awareness rarely misread social situations or miss meaningful connections. The next time you interact with someone and sense that strange energy, that extra attentiveness, those coincidental encounters, the subtle mirroring of your behaviors, remember that you might be witnessing the silent language of attraction. Their unconscious mind is speaking to you, even if their conscious mind isn't ready to form the words. And perhaps most importantly, this understanding invites greater compassion. Hidden attraction often stems from vulnerability, fear of rejection, past wounds, uncertainty about reciprocation. Recognizing these signals allows you to respond with kindness, whether or not you share the feelings. If this video has opened your eyes to signals you've been missing, take a moment to reflect on your own relationships. Have you been overlooking messages written in this invisible ink? Are there connections in your life that might run deeper than you've realized? The psychology of attraction reminds us that beneath our carefully constructed social masks, we remain profoundly connected beings, constantly communicating in languages beyond words. If you found value in these insights, help others discover this hidden language by liking this video and subscribing to our channel. Share in the comments one sign of hidden attraction you've noticed in your life. Your experience might help someone else recognize what's been right in front of them all along. And remember, sometimes the most powerful connections begin in silence, waiting for the moment when someone finally has the courage to transform the unspoken into words.